Let me tell you a story. It was sometime in July 2022 and I was at school. The teacher was talking about this topic and pouring her heart and soul into the lesson. But I couldn't listen. Her words were like noise to me. I was drifting in and out of consciousness during the lesson. I would be awake for a few seconds, then fall asleep for another few seconds. I tried everything. I tried washing my face in the bathroom. I tried to literally bang my head against the wall to stay awake. But it wouldn't work. I told myself, this is important content you need to listen to, or your grades will plummet. But I still drifted in and out of consciousness. Why? Because I only had 5 hours of sleep last night. The day before, I was alone in a cold room and I was grunting and sweating. I was at the gym and it was 11 p.m. At the time, I loved going to the gym. I was addicted to it. Now, this may sound like kind of a good thing, but I was there at the gym way past the time I was supposed to sleep. I wanted to hit this workout earlier, but I kept procrastinating on my homework. And when I finally finished my homework at almost 11, I started preparing to go to the gym. And my parents told me, it's too late. You should go to sleep now. You can hit the gym tomorrow. But I ignored them. And I went anyway. I thought to myself, wow, I'm such a productive, disciplined man still hitting the gym at this time. No, the most productive, disciplined thing I could have done was to go to sleep at that time. I would have felt better tomorrow. I would have been more productive tomorrow. I would actually be able to listen in class and get good grades. I would have probably even gotten more gains. Imagine that. I would have probably had more gains if I didn't hit the gym and just went to bed instead. And guess what? I didn't do that. I hit the gym. I slept late. I couldn't listen in class. I did this for a few days. Then a few weeks. And just like I said, my grades dropped significantly. I'm telling you this story because, let's be real, the education system takes away a lot of time out of our day. Most of the time we spend in a day is on lessons, classes, homework, studying, even tuition. Due to this, we get stressed. We try to escape this pain by scrolling on social media, playing video games, watching Netflix, etc., wasting even more of our time. Because of this, we have little to zero time for the tasks that we actually like or even love. The tasks that actually bring fulfillment and makes us feel accomplished. I'm talking things like learning an instrument, getting better at a sport or a martial art, hitting the gym, being a YouTuber, coding, programming, or even starting a business. And be honest with yourself. You dream of high achievement in these areas, don't you? You dream of being a musical prodigy. You dream of being a top athlete in your country. You dream of becoming Jack. You dream of hitting 1 million subscribers. You dream of being a millionaire, programming an app that becomes extremely popular, right? But if you can't balance your academics and your interests, these dreams will be dreams. If you can't balance your academics and your interests, you either completely abandon one of the two things, or like me, you sacrifice something else for your academics and your interests, something very important, like health. And you end up not making any progress in both of these areas, because your health determines your productivity and performance in all areas. If you can relate to this story, this video is for you, because I'll be talking about how you can balance your interests with academics. And you can trust me, because I got raw 7 L1 R5 in my O's while still being somewhat consistent in the gym, which I think is pretty good. Prerequisite: improve your sleep and diet. Yeah, I know, I've been talking about sleep in most of my videos by now, but that's just how important it is. Not only that, but also your diet. diet. Diet and sleep comprise most of your mental and physical health. And I've already told you your health is directly related to your performance and productivity in any area. So good health is kind of like a prerequisite if you want to achieve success in anything at all. I've already made an entire video on sleep, so you can watch that after you watch this video. So I'll talk about diet for now. I'm not a nutritionist or a dietitian, but I know what you should and shouldn't be eating. In fact, I'm not gonna tell you what you should and shouldn't eat, because you too already know what you should and shouldn't be eating. Fast food, McDonald's, disgusting processed food like pizza, snacks like chips, your high sugar processed drinks like cola or bubble tea. You already know those things aren't good for your health. Here's your actionable step. Every time you order food or your parents make food for you, just make sure that it's slightly healthier than what you usually eat. Just like 1% healthier. For example, you order water instead of Coke, you get a grilled chicken instead of the disgusting fried chicken cutlet. You ask for just a little more vegetables in your meal. I don't expect you to just instantly switch to the perfect diet overnight, cause that's not possible. So just focus on these small improvements every day. Imagine if you can just improve your diet by like 1% better than the previous day, and you can do this every day for a year. Then by the end of that year, your diet would be 37 times better than it is now because of exponential math and stuff. Every time you successfully improve your diet slightly, you can kind of like praise yourself, like good job bro. Or if you have a habit tracker, you could add eat cleaner as a habit and tick that off every time you improve your diet. Strategy 1. Deload, then progressively overload. Essentially, what this means is that you have to start small with your interests and set realistic expectations for how much time you want to spend on them. This means setting aside like just 5 to 10 minutes a day for your interest. For example, practicing the instrument for 5 to 10 minutes, working out at home for 5 to 10 minutes instead of going to the gym, or whatever else your interest is. Now, I know this is going to hurt your ego, and you're gonna be like, oh, but I can practice the instrument for 30 minutes a day, I can hit the gym for 2 hours a day. If you're having this kind of reaction right now, I need you to really think to yourself right now. Realistically, are you really able to do this? Are you really able to hit the gym like 2 hours a day? Or train for whatever for an hour every single day? In fact, ask yourself, have you been doing that for the past few weeks? Have you been hitting the gym 2 hours every single day for the past few weeks? Have you been consistently spending an hour a day on your interest for your past few weeks? Have you? If you have, then fine. But if you haven't, don't come up with excuses like, oh, it was exam period. Because if you really think about it, pretty much half of your school life is going to be exam period. You're almost always going to be busy in the academic system. And that's why I'm asking you to just start small with a realistic commitment that you can do every day. Look, I'm not trying to discourage you or anything. There will be a point where you can eventually be able to commit an hour, 2 hours, or even more to your interests despite academic pressure and without sacrificing your health. But you're not there yet. However, you can start getting there if you start small. So here's your actionable step. Decide on a realistic amount of time to set aside for your interests every single day. I suggest like 5 to 10 minutes. But if you have really been consistent in setting aside your time for your interests and you aren't lying to yourself, then you can go ahead and do that. Plan it into your daily schedule or set an alarm for it every day. Aim to do it around the same time every day so that it can become a habit. Some days you might miss it, that's fine. And on other days, you might be more motivated to do it and you can spend more time on it. If so, then go ahead. But this is the important part. Every day, you have to slowly increase this amount of time spent on your interests. Maybe increase it like 1 minute this week. Next week, increase it by another 1 minute, etc. etc. Strategy 2. Make progress towards increasing your productivity. This entails working towards doing more work in a shorter period of time and getting rid of your addictions. This will free up hours of your time for your interests, but it's also going to take months or even years. So this is more more like a long-term strategy. There's dozens of useful advice for quitting addictions and dozens of productivity tactics, and I can't fit all of them into this one video, so I will be making more videos on productivity in the future. I've also released a series of videos on quitting addictions if you are interested to watch that. So actionable step for now is extremely simple. Just set the intention in your mind that you will improve your productivity and quit your addictions. Just say to yourself, I will improve my productivity and quit my addictions over the next year. If you have any feedback or criticism for this video, feel free to comment them below and have a good day.